KidNuz fans, did you know there's a way to hear the news without hearing ads? Parents and teachers can subscribe to Starglow Plus on Apple Podcasts to not only ditch the commercials, but also unlock access to future bonus episodes and other exclusives from the Starglow Media Network. That means ad-free listening of KidNuz every weekday, plus ad-free episodes of Mysteries About True Histories for riddle-obsessed adventurers, Girl Tales for a fun spin on fairy tales, Musicland Stories to help young music lovers catch the beat, and audiobooks adapted for young listeners with classic titles, including Little Women and Moby Dick. Visit starglowmedia.com/subscribe to sign up for Starglow Plus on Apple Podcasts or wherever you like to listen. That's starglowmedia.com/subscribe. Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Kim. Today is Thursday, October 10th, 2024. And we begin with Milton living up to its description as a monster. The hurricane stormed ashore near Sarasota, Florida last night with torrential rains, devastating winds, tornadoes, and that dreaded wall of water known as a storm surge. After pummeling the West Coast, it crossed over Disney World, Universal, and SeaWorld in Orlando, all of which closed early yesterday and remain closed today. Milton is now out over the Atlantic, safely away from land. Because the bulk of the hurricane hit after dark, the extent of the damage won't be known until sometime today. The reigning champion in Alaska's Fat Bear Contest gets to sport her crown for another year. 128 Grazer beat out 32 Chunk in a thrilling rematch of 2023, this time by more than 40,000 votes, according to the Associated Press, to close out the 7-day bracket-style event. The annual Cat May contest pits chunky competitors against one another, with fans voting for the bear they believe best prepared for winter by the rolls of fat they've packed on over the summer. According to Grazer's bio page at explore.org, the blonde-eared beauty with a long straight muzzle is a formidable presence. Her fearlessness and strength have earned her respect. And she's passing on those good genes. One of her cubs placed second in the Fat Bear Junior contest 2 weeks ago. It's a Rubik's Cube so small you might need tweezers and a magnifying glass to solve it. Japanese toy maker Mega House has unveiled the 5mm mini cube that, according to CNN, weighs about 1/100th of an ounce, is about 1,000th the size of the original, and actually works. Guinness World Records has confirmed the Rubik's Microcube is officially the smallest rotating puzzle cube. Pre-orders are available today with deliveries expected in April. May the force be with you and your bank account if you'd like a chance at a Stormtrooper helmet being auctioned off in London. The helmet is from the mind trick scene of the 1977 movie Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope, and according to The Independent, is expected to fetch up to £500,000, or about $650,000. The iconic item is one of several props and costumes up for bid at the Entertainment Memorabilia live auction that will take place in the United Kingdom over 4 days in mid-November. Other souvenirs include Michael Keaton's bat suit from Batman Returns and an arena helmet and mask worn by Russell Crowe in the movie Gladiator. For the first time ever, ESPN hosted its college game day broadcast from UC Berkeley, and although the Cal Bears football team fell 1 point shy of upsetting the visiting Miami Hurricanes, it was a winning day for one Cal student. Daniel Villasenor got in line just before midnight Friday to get into the game day event and was selected from thousands for a chance to kick a field goal. The 19-year-old civil engineering major told ABC News he was sleep-deprived and subsisting on a single donut, so he was not surprised when his first attempt went too far right. But the second sailed through the uprights, earning him $100,000 and another $600,000 in donations to Hurricane Helene victims. Even more impressive, Daniel kicked his winner wearing slip-on Vans. "I specifically wore these shoes because I wasn't going to get picked," Daniel said, but somehow it happened. Still ahead, there are busy beavers, eager beavers, and in this case, a Diva beaver whose special story made it all the way to the governor. But first, we want to give a big birthday shout-out to basketball and gymnastics phenom Quinn Nagabauer of Lakeville, Minnesota. Quinn, your mom, dad, and sisters Rory and Brennan are so proud of all your hard work and positivity. And we couldn't possibly miss the chance to promote your nonprofit, Quinn Essentials, which, based on your own 3-year experience with a feeding tube, provides cute feeding tube backpacks to kids who need them, as well as resources for their caregivers. Way to go, Quinn. Now, today's KidNuz quiz. Who won this year's Fat Bear contest? $128 Grazer for the second year in a row. How small is Rubik's new mini cube? Just 5 millimeters. What Star Wars item is expected to fetch more than $500,000 at an auction in London? A stormtrooper helmet from Episode 4, A New Hope. What surprising kind of sneaker was a Cal student wearing when he kicked a $100,000 field goal? Vans slip-ons. In today's KidNuz kicker, Boston's Diva Beaver just got permission to live in the lap of luxury for the foreseeable future. Nibby, an adorable furry female beaver, was found on the side of the road 2 years ago. She was just a week old and weighed only a pound, so she was taken to a Massachusetts wildlife rescue center. The center's founder says she has flourished there and has been spoiled rotten as many people have fallen in love with her. So many that when state officials said she had to be released back into the wild, the public started a petition to allow her to stay put, and a court case ensued. Mass Wildlife told NBC 10 Boston that they prefer to release wild animals into their natural habitat. But in Nibby's case, they had no other captive beavers for her to bond with as a baby, so her only friends are humans. That was enough for the Massachusetts governor to step in and issue an emergency permit for Nibby to stay at her domestic home, where she can live happily ever after. Thanks again to the Nagabauers of Lakeville, Minnesota for sponsoring today's quiz. Happy birthday to Quinn Nagabauer and hello to her teacher, Ms. Altermat, and all her friends at Faithful Shepherd Catholic School. And hello to our other KidNuz classrooms, Mrs. Rudy's 5th grade Tuva Toros at Tucson Unified Virtual Academy in Tucson, Arizona, Mrs. Briggs Cardinals at High Island School in High Island, Texas, and Ms. Lane's Owls at Barbara Comstock Morse in Sacramento, California. Thanks for listening. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share KidNuz with all your friends and family. And we'll see you back here for more KidNuz tomorrow morning.